Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1457 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as we transition from the brick and mortar corporate world to business, the online world, and then back again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Today, talked about a clean bill of health as the idiom for supersize your business. It's been around since the 17th century. I don't think I even said that. I think I forgot to talk about where the idiom came from, but it's from the 17th century, and it came from the practice of ships, crews having to get examined and then get an official clean bill of health before they could land in port. And whenever they landed in a port, they had to present their bill before they could get off the ship or unload any cargo and things, because of the spread of infectious diseases and things. Kind of like what's going on with COVID now, I guess, with the different areas, and you have to have a test or a vax card or proof of vaccination or some kind of a proof that, which I think is totally unconstitutional and horrible, and a HIPAA violation and everything else. Just my opinion. But I guess we all have free will and free choice. If we choose to do something that requires that, we can decide if we're going to do it or not, or comply or not. I think that the ability to comply or the request to comply is being, challenged in the Supreme Court, for example. But it's going to be interesting going forward. I think that our world's going to make a massive switch and shift back to freedom and sanity in the United States for sure. And I think that many people are fed up with the absolute positive BS insanity that's been going on for the last year, and actually, since COVID pandemic started. I don't even want to talk about it, because right now my mom and my sister both have the new Omni whatever version of COVID, and my mom's getting better now, but thank goodness, because she's almost 85, and my sister, but she's pretty healthy, 85, except last spring she had pneumonia and thrush and all kinds of stuff, and respiratory problems, and was in the hospital, not COVID related. So it was kind of scary when she got COVID this last weekend. Actually, it was the weekend before this last. She's just starting to get better now. But now my sister, who's got a crazy medical history, she's got it. She's sick. So luckily she's with her son and daughter-in-law and the kids, but she's quarantined there, but they could get her to the doctor and hopefully get her some medication. She's got such a weird medical history. It's going to be interesting what they can do for her. So I'm a little nervous about that, not going to lie. She's pretty susceptible and fragile to anything like this COVID stuff. So clean bill of health, talked about that for Supersize Your Business, and what does that look like for your business, and where do we meet with our personal beliefs and objectives versus what we're required to do. Now, I've been in a lot of industries where we had to provide and do things that didn't make any sense whatsoever. Government doesn't always make sense, right? But we still had to follow OSHA, the FDA, the Departments of Agriculture for food or things that impacted people's health and safety. We have to do what is right for our customers and the public, and what they will judge as correct and right, a clean bill of health, right? So we talked about that. Our annual challenge this year is to do one thing every day that improves us, and this month we're focusing on physical aspects and areas of our life. And so today we talked about energy, right? Everything's energy, so we could talk infinitely about that topic. But I just shared 9 ways that you can increase your energy, and things that because the opposite of those, or not doing those things, zaps our energy and makes us less energetic. It means we have less energy for the things that we want to do, right? If I want to go mountain climbing, I need to have more energy than if I am just sitting in my office, right? So we need to have the proper amount of energy for the things that we want to do, that we choose to do. So we talked about energy today. And I did mention that perhaps in the month of February, for our idioms, we'll maybe match up. And I thought about this yesterday. I thought maybe what I'll do for this year is match up the idioms that I'm focusing on for Supersize Your Business with what I'm doing in the annual challenge. I've never done that before, because the annual challenge was it was actually warm up my voice. So it was a much quicker, easier thing to do than what I'm doing with it this year. But I was looking to make some changes this year in myself and in the impact that I'm having on myself and on others. And that meant stepping up the annual challenge and actually making it something that has a huge transformational impact on me and on the other people that join me in the challenge. So it's a lot meatier, a lot longer. It's not a minute anymore. It's more like 10 minutes a day. I guess under 10 minutes, but closer to 10 minutes than it is one. In the past, it's been closer to one. I think the longest ones were 3 or 4 minutes when I got off on a topic. But for the most part, very clear, concise, short. These are more like my Supersize Your Business, a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth, a little rambly, because that's my style. I'm working on that for communication this year, but for right now, that is still where I am at. We start where we are, move toward what we want to create. And so communication is another area of emphasis and improvement for me personally. I don't think it's until June or July or August, or might even be September. Anyway, we'll work on that as well. And so maybe we'll do communication idioms, and we'll do confidence idioms. I know there's tons of confidence idioms. I know there's emotional idioms. I know there's mental mindset idioms. So it would be really easy to do 30 days or 31 days or 28 days in February for each of the different segments for Supersize Your Business, along with the topic that I'm doing. So I decided that kind of yesterday, and just as I talk about it, I'm deciding it. So that's what I'm going to be doing, I think, going forward. We'll see how it is received by people in the Supersize Your Business group. If they hate it, then I will go back to doing a random thing. But it's just a random extra thing to remind us to think about what things mean to us and ask ourselves refreshing new questions and new perspectives and new ways of looking at things every single day as we're growing and supersizing our business. So I've got a training for the next 3 days, starting in a few minutes, actually in 32 minutes. So I'm going to sign off and say, if I can help in any way, ask. I won't ask you I won't answer while I'm in the training, but it's just for, I think, 4 or 5 hours each day. So outside of that, I'll get you. So the longest it's going to be 4 or 5 hours before I can respond. But if you need help, you know what to do. You know how to reach me. Have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with what you're up to now. Let you know what works, what doesn't work, what's, as my ideas come. A lot of times as I'm talking, I get ideas that improve what I've been doing in the past. And so it's a continually improving process, just like we're all works in progress. Have an awesome day.